Understanding is very important. I mean, that is the seed of the heart. Like, you have to understand why people do the things they do, why they're afraid, why they are mean, why they're insensitive, because they're ignorant, and not with the negative connotation, but they just don't know any better. It really is true, and you don't know any better. You're doing the best you can, so don't hate yourself. Don't. A lot of people hate themselves, and that's why they're mean people. That's why they displace that hate onto other people. And it's the source of pretty much all their problems. Understanding is knowing where people are coming from, then having compassion. But you have to look at these things very clearly, and it takes time to really look inside, and see what's inside, to be honest and truthful with yourself. And then finding balance, and that's love. It's love and light. Basically, forgiveness is love and light. It's connecting with what's inside you, which strengthens the light. And you'll feel it. Those emotions are real that you feel inside you. That's your body, your tissues reacting, your DNA reacting, your body systems reacting to the electromagnetism, and then the nervous system that creates the chemicals that then gives you the reflection of that energetic experience, that spiritual experience. And you do that, and then you take those packets of energy within your system. You have to become very sensitive to the body, very very sensitive, very diligent, disciplined, and then you bring them to love. You nullify, you neutralize the negativity, the damaging negativity. But it's sinning. Jesus said sinning, and it's karma as well. It's the same thing. You have dharma, which is grace, and you have uh, karma, which is sin. And sinning basically means missing the mark. It's not acting with God's will, and you'll suffer every time you do. Uh, but there will always be a price to pay when you sin. But like the Buddha said, you're not punished for your anger, but you're punished by your anger. You're not punished for your sin, you're punished by your sin. And God doesn't hate you, God loves you. The universe is here for us. It's only the veil of our knowing, of forgetting, which is very important because we have to. It's like Ra says. It's like a game of poker. If you know your hand, you're going to play it perfectly. And what's the important? Why, what little interest will be played with each hand, but we've forgotten that the game even exists, maybe, or we've forgotten the rules of the game. And here we are. And the way to win the game is to put all your hands face up and to say to each one of the players inwardly, I love each and every one of you. That's how you win the game. And that's knowing yourself, accepting yourself, so not repressing those emotions, working with, being constructive. And then balancing yourself, crystallizing yourself to the higher chakras, becoming the creator. So I just thought that I would share that because I just have to put it out there, I think. It helps me to talk about it, then to hear myself, see myself talk. Because that way I can know myself and realize all the little programmings that I have inside that I still am not aware of or haven't become brought to the light of awareness. But I've experienced all this. I'm a very... I'm not bragging, but I know that I'm intelligent. I know it. I know what I know, and I'm not easily fooled. Well, I mean, I am sometimes, but not easily. But and I keep seeking the truth, and I know how to put a greater. I know how to connect a lot of information And I've taken all this from all I've learned from science and just read over the years. And then when I started healing myself, I watched myself change, and I experienced exactly the face of evil, because I brought forward the selfishness, the STS, the service to self within myself out. And I saw it affect other people. And as I was healing it, I began to feel the chakras. I had synchronicities that were amazing. That you're just like, oh my God. And then you realize that it's all real. It was all real. And it made me fearful for a while, because I knew that, in this life, I'm here to do this. I'm here for this purpose. And I want to use my time as well as I can. Because once you die, you can no longer, change your soul. I mean, I know of reincarnation. Not everybody believes in it, so I choose not to talk about it. But there are a lot of kids. There's like thousands of cases of kids waking up, being born and knowing past life stuff. And then knowing where they were buried, knowing the family's names, how they died. Like Anne Frank. There's a popular Anne Frank video on YouTube about that. It's all mind blowing. And I've had experiences to where I know it exists. But that's why I'm so focused. And I mean, whether people take up the information or not, that's up to them. I'm just dispassionately putting it out there, because the people that will profit from this will find it. It'll happen that way. And if they don't, it's for me as well to crystallize myself, to know myself better. And I think I'm going to keep making these kind of like I guess maybe a diary too, and I want to get actually involved. So just just know that I 100% know this is true. I don't just believe, I know, because I've experienced the sensations in my body. So I'll take a quick second to talk about those. So I've experienced with the releases in my green ray, my blue, my indigo. They're in my mouth. It feels like somebody's drawing on my face, in my silver. I've had pains in my indigo, my pineal, when I'm meditating, to where I shoot up, like, oh, whoa, but it's awesome. It's awesome. I felt on the back of my tailbone. This is a while back. This is back when my system was a lot more messed up. That I felt, it's almost like I was pooping energy out my tailbone. Like, it had like electrical current. Oh, whoa! But after it was gone, it's like a relief. But it's like, it's the top. It's like right where your butt crack starts, and it just like and I felt it exiting, and I felt charges below. Like I said, between the anus and the genitals. That's that point. It's like a charge. And then I felt wet, cold releases coming out my back and my green. These are real sensations, and I've done it so much now to where it's like all I did for a long time was focus on those releases, because I knew that that's what I was doing. I was purging. That's the point of all this, is to purge, to purify, to sensitize, and to purge. And I felt stuff in my hands. Ashley's felt it too, but I feel a lot more, I think, because she never really got as blocked as I did. I got pretty blocked up. I didn't do so well as she did. She stayed pretty well within love, but I was in a lot more difficult situation in ignorance. I didn't have the soul remembering that she did. And I felt them in my heart, pina coladas, and then you begin to understand the chakra system in time. And I know how emotions, like negative emotions, are like vices on the chakra system that on your body, that you just don't realize they exist. They're there until you become aware of them, and it's like, wow, like these things are just, you realize why you age from them, because they're pretty nasty. it's a destructive, disturbing force on the DNA in your body. Um, so, how much time do I have? I have a percentage of battery left. So what I'll do now, just as like a final thing, I will walk around and give a nice little tour of the area. So that's where I had the computer right there. Okay. Let's see if I can. That's the downhill area. It's just beautiful out. Like you just feel it. This is where humans are meant to be, within the beauty of nature. All right, let's see if we can come over here. I'll walk as well. And this is what we're coming away from this. There won't be this anymore. I just pray to God we have this, this life longer, to where we can enjoy everything before, whatever happens. If there's a collapse of the economic, takedown. But I'm just trying to be happy now. So that's it. That's pretty much it. So I just want to say, just try to be love. Like when you die, the last thing you want to think is that you waste your life, that you didn't do what you needed to do, that you hurt yourself more as you remember that you came here to become better, become more love, to accomplish something. So just heed the warnings, listen to your intuition, and to be happy. Don't do things that are destructive. It's not funny. Like, being destructive is not funny. So that's pretty much it. So with lots of love, this is fun, and I hope you enjoyed.